My body and my choice and pro-life are two arguments that are often presented when talking about abortion. A person should have the right to a safe and legal abortion. I must admit, I didn't always think this way. At age 10, this issue was presented to me in a religious setting as killing babies. Who wants to do that? Not me. As I had learned through high school and college education, my opinion has changed. Doesn't the person's life matter? Their goals, ambitions, relationships, and life that they are already living? Abortion is needed, and abortion is not birth control. The need for an abortion comes for a variety of personal reasons and may be needed to save a person from possible financial, emotional, educational, and relationship strains, as well as possible death. Though abortions can result in that, especially unsafe ones. For this reason, abortions are most used in only emergent situations and not as birth control, making abortion needed in order to save a person's life. I believe a person's life who is already living, has relationships, and an education is more valuable than a possibility of life. So in that sense, I am pro-life or pro-living. Abortion is needed. In my sociology class taught by David Hyde, we asked why abortion even became legal in the first place if it's so bad. I was informed that it was because women were doing abortions unsafely and inhumanely, either dying or having other health complications. By banning abortions, you are only banning safe ones. In fact, even today, people get unsafe abortions due to lack of expense and lack of care, resulting in over 22,000 deaths a year, according to Doctors Without Borders. This sadly does not include other health complications. I commonly hear they wouldn't have gotten pregnant if they didn't open their legs, as an argument for a person to not have the right to an abortion. Well, what if they didn't? Should a person have to prove that they were raped in order not to carry the rapist's child? What if they will die in childbirth? Doesn't their life matter? What if they're homeless and can't take care of themselves, much less a child? Even if they set that child up for adoption, you have to eat for two when pregnant. What if they're just heading off to college to start their own life? Shouldn't they have that opportunity? What if they're just not ready and don't want to risk their job, reputation, body, and life in order to have a baby? Having a child is dangerous. Even with new technology, there is still 700 deaths due to childbirth a year, according to the CDC. Abortion is used to save and protect already living lives when done safely. I don't think it's my job or anyone's job to force a person to follow through with a pregnancy that can be expensive, traumatic, body warping, as well as possibly take their own life away. Abortion is not birth control. Do you know how much an abortion is? According to Planned Parenthood, getting an abortion can cost $580 to $2,500 and over, based on the procedure and how far along you are in the pregnancy. Other forms of birth control are much cheaper and covered by insurance. For example, I use Nexplanon, a small hormonal rod that is surgically implanted in my arm. It was covered by insurance. Many insurance companies also cover multiple other types of birth control, like IUD or the pill. Even without insurance, there are still cheaper forms of birth control available, like condoms that range from $0 to $30, depending on quantity, or the pill, which is around $50 a month without insurance, as well as Plan B, which is over-the-counter contraception, which is $50 that you can use after sex, with off-brand forms of this contraception of around $30. This is much cheaper than abortion. So why do we still say abortions are used as birth control? Well, I don't think this is an ideal way of contraception. So this question does not make sense to me. I don't have an answer. I can't make sense of this, and because of that, I know abortion is needed, and abortion is not birth control. I ask you, with all the trial and debate of pro-life and pro-choice, ask yourself before answering, whose life are you actually rooting for? Thank you.